Alrighty, I think I've gotten all of the admin stuff out of the way. I know it was like 2 minutes of admin stuff, but it is within my capability to be professional, at least a little bit, and I've tried. I can't really make this a regular thing, but I'm trying. Hello. I've had this game sitting in my Steam for like a really long time. This is done by the company Chariots, who also did Dandelion Wishes Brought to You, and I loved Dandelion so much. It's still available on Steam for $30, and it actually came out in 2013, like on November 11th specifically. So it's gonna celebrate its 10-year anniversary in, what, a few months? Yeah. And while setting up, I noticed something interesting that kind of caught a giggle out of me. In the options, like, you can come in and you can turn off particular characters' voices. So if for some reason you only want to hear one voice, or like really think one particular voice you don't want to hear, that's little out there, but it's fine. It doesn't matter. Alrighty, so here we go. Am I unmuted? I am. Okay, good. I was about to be like, oh, this would be really awkward. My first doll? Excuse me. What is the name of your first doll? Now, I could just put the name of my first doll. That would be fun, I think. Okay, so the first ever doll I got was like the baby Barbies, you know, the Kelly dolls. And I just called her Kelly. So. Oh, shit. Oh. What on earth? Select a piece. I can pick like 3 pieces. 2 pieces I can't. What? Okay. Tell me your name. Aha. Now see, if I had named the doll something, I would have named the character. This would be very awkward. Glad I didn't do that. Let's just go with Holly. Prologue. Blinding white light fills my sight. My arms and legs feel lighter, and soon I feel my body hover. Where am I? Maybe in a dream? I gather the strength to walk forward despite my feet barely touching the ground. No matter how far I go, white space continues without end. The music is just going. Oh my gosh. I don't hate it. I love it. But like, it's very intense music for a visual novel. I open my eyes, but can't see or hear anything. I stop and look around. This place, ellipses raised awkwardly above the words, so pure and clean, but for some reason I feel sad. This place, surrounded by glimmering light white as snow, is breathtakingly beautiful. But such extreme beauty can only belong in another world. I see something blurred far away. I couldn't see properly because of the glaring light coming at me from all directions. All I could make out was a tall person and another slightly shorter. 2 people.
정말 그것으로 괜찮습니까?
Time to pick a voice for someone I don't know. My favorite part. Are you really okay with that? Yes.
을 믿는 건가요?
Do you believe? Who are they? What are they talking about? I do not know.
대답과 행동이 맞지 않는 것. 좋습니다. 지금의 당신에게는 그것이 어울리니까요.
Your answer does not match your actions. Ah, alright. This is what suits you right now.
좋을 대로 하시죠. 단, 선택에 따른 결과는 모두 당신의 몫이라는 것만 기억해 주세요.
The music is a full bop that's happening. Do as you please, except remember that you are responsible for the consequences of your choice.
모든 것은 당신의 의지였다는 걸 잊지 마시고.
Do not forget that everything was done solely by your own will. I understand.
자, 그럼 이것을 받으세요.
Now then, take this. The tall man hands over something. And the man who took it looked down for a while and slowly turned to my side. His lips seemed to move a little. What? He seems to be talking to me. Let's go a little closer. Suddenly, fierce wind started to rip through. The wind seemed to will me out of this place. Hold on, not yet. Wait, I haven't... Along the wind, a myriad of feathers flew around and blocked my sight. I parted through the wind blowing towards me and made my way to him with all the strength I had. The moment I thought I finally reached him, I fell into a bottomless pit along with countless feathers. I was woken up by a noisy alarm clock. Is it morning? But I think I was dreaming about something just until now. I keep tracing my memory, but still fuzzy from sleep, I cannot remember. I don't dream often, so the feeling after having one feels strange. The most recent dream was... right, it was then. It was when Grandpa died, about 3 years ago from now. Okay, I'm gonna say something. I dream very often. Like, I have vivid dreams multiple times a week. Not going 3 years without having a memorable dream seems wild to me. But here we go. The day I fell asleep, tired from remembering my grandpa who was no longer by my side, I had a dream about waking up to a peaceful morning with him. In my dream, I saw him smiling and waking me up as always, telling me, "You'll be late if you don't get up now." And the next morning, when I realized that his smile was all just a dream. Oh no, this won't do. Let's just think happy thoughts in the morning. Anyways, it's definitely been a long time since I had that dream. I drew the curtains as soon as I got out of bed. The window was slightly wet from the rain last night, but as a result, the sky was incredibly clear. Wow, the weather is so good today. Grandpa, isn't today perfect to hang out the laundry? I stare at the small framed picture on the desk. Dang. Grandpa well dressed. This house used to be the place where 2 people, my grandpa and I, used to live. Now it's only one person, it's me. He took care of me, instead of my parents who went abroad for research. I listened to him more after I grew up because I'd lived with him since I was little. Most pictures are of Grandpa and I. Grandpa's smile was in all the pictures pinned at the board above the desk. I cannot even begin to describe the amount of shock I received when he passed away from a chronic illness. Days passed by, with me constantly passing out from crying so hard. Unable to bear seeing me like this, my parents suggested that I move to the States with them. But I shook my head. I didn't want to be a burden to their research. But more importantly, I couldn't leave this house. This house itself was full of memories I had with Grandpa.
얘가 고집을? 큰일이에요, 여보. 얘 자기 할아버지를 닮아서 한 번 고집 피우면 조차가 껍질었는데.
She's being stubborn. It's serious, honey. She's stubborn like her grandfather. She won't budge.
정말 괜찮겠니? 그러지 말고 함께 가자꾸나. 엄마 아빠 일이라면 걱정하지 마.
Are you sure you'll be all right? Please don't be like that. You don't have to worry about our work. No, it's fine, really. All my friends are here. I want to graduate in Korea.
네가 정 그렇다면 할 수 없다.
If you say so, all right. As they commonly say, no parent can persuade a child otherwise. I saw them off in their disappointed smiles, and I became alone in this house. The house is a bit too big to live in by myself, so I'm gonna fill it with like 5 guys, I think. I slowly looked around the living room. Grandpa, it's been over a year. Time flies by really fast, doesn't it? Around the house, there are still many traces of him other than the pictures. I'm living to the fullest just by myself, so don't worry. At first I wasn't used to being alone, so every night I blankly stared inside the empty house. And every time it just made me feel more and more lonely. But now everything is alright. Because I have those kids. I see the desk muddled with diaries and pens. And on the shelf next to it were my most cherished treasures. A bunch of dolls, I guess. They are the joys of my life and my precious friends who gave me back my smile. Dolls? They're dolls. Hi everyone. Had a good night's sleep? They're all crammed on one couch. I'm not knocking it, but if you're gonna do this, you have to put the dolls to bed properly, and they don't all have to have their own bed, but they have to have space to sleep, okay? Mom's right. I really am a carbon copy of Grandpa. He really loved books, and it was his hobby to collect antique books. So the house always smelled of all kinds of books. And in my case, it was my hobby to collect dolls. Time to try and pronounce that. Crobidol is the company that produced these dolls. I call it the company that gives dolls souls. That's a lot. That's a lot of energy to bring to a doll company. First day I got to know about Crobidol through the internet, I had this intense feeling. After that day, I started collecting the allowance my parents sent me. And finally one day, as I desperately hoped for, I got my first doll. He, assumedly my grandpa, in this sense, died after I bought my first doll, and that's when I devoted myself more to collecting dolls. Collecting dolls became more important to my life because I was left alone in this huge empty house. This is an interesting opening for a visual novel. I ended up getting 4 more dolls, and now I have 5 in total. Hey! They were quite expensive to buy for the average student, so I had to cut back on other expenses. Like food. Water. Water is free. I have to pick one up. I assume this is very important, and I know nothing about them. Great. Cool. Well, the one with black one has glasses. Let's just play to the trope, I guess. I see the tallest doll among the 5. The tall, black-haired doll with a slender body and a model-like feel is Yuri. Unlike the existing dolls in Crobidol's adult line, he seems realistic and looks like a mature adult male. This feels creepy somehow. The number of visitors still explodes when I post pictures of you on the blog. It was Yuri who saved my blog from wasting away to rot. Why do I feel straight? Like, this feels like, you know, the one Animal Crossing cat, Raymond? This feels wrong somehow. I receive a lot of comments when I upload pictures of him. Whatever, I think like that too. No, I don't. His broad shoulders and beautiful figure oozes sexiness. Heidi. It's as if he's telling us with his body, I am cool. I doubt more explanation is needed. Okay, cool. So we get to go through each one. This isn't a situation where I'm picking. That's good. Alright, show me the brown hair one. This is brown. This is brown. This is the color brown. Might not know it. This color here, brown. Look at the weather today. It makes me feel better just by looking. I feel like I'm looking at you. I raise the brunette doll's hand and wave. There is a lot of backstory behind how I was able to get Tay. Hopefully I'm pronouncing his name correctly. Love you, buddy. When Crobidol first released Tay, his popularity was beyond imagination. Being limited edition along with having a dandy and handsome face brought out an explosive response from the fans. As a result, I failed to purchase it. I could only get him used because he was limited edition, but I am fine with it. Why would you not be fine with having a used doll? I mean, there are certain situations, I can imagine, certain connotations of the word used that would make it different. And also, if somebody had, I don't know, made the doll haunted somehow, then I wouldn't buy a second-hand doll, but we're moving on. Hello, warrior. Earth is safe today. All because of you. I mend the hair of a red-haired doll. Meeting Red was special. People were a bit surprised when Krobodol announced the action hero type doll. Red is their new release conference. Oh, okay. People were a bit surprised when Krobodol announced the action hero type doll Red in their new release conference. Krobodol has always been known for their charming and mature male dolls. Amongst all the worry, Krobodol recruited testers for Red, and luckily I was selected. When my name was announced, I couldn't believe my ears. But unfortunately, after the conference, Red was not officially released. Oh, so she got, like, this is better than a limited edition at this point. Her collection is very refined. They only chose one tester to give this doll for free, and that was me. That's convenient that they only chose you as a tester. It's still a shame that they didn't release the doll afterwards. It would have been nice for him to have gained popularity and be officially released. But as a result, I was the only person in the world who owned Red. But I can't help but feel gloomy every time I look at him. Blonde. Good morning. You are cute as usual. The doll with its tiny, delicate face and bashfully gathered hands is Yonho, Krobodol's prototype. The day I met him, I was surfing the internet as usual after coming home. But then I saw Yonho being sold in an auction for a ridiculous price, and without hesitating, I clicked the bidding button. Later, when I opened the delivery box containing Yonho, I unconsciously screamed out of happiness. What kind of person was the owner, selling such a pretty doll at such a cheap price? They're all haunted. 100%. Yonho seems like he will never betray me, even if I love him unconditionally. He better not, he's a doll. And that is probably the biggest reason why I bought him. Ah. Okay. Hi, young master. This doll, standing here flaunting his long, shiny silver hair, is Lance, the first doll I ever bought. Lance is the one doll that always stood by me when Grandpa was alive. Huh. So we have, like, 3 very special ones, and then, like, one that's popular, but, like, you know, not limited edition or anything strange like that. And then there's Lance. Okay. Money was a bit tight from the expenses, but I have 0 regrets. Anyway, the new shoes should arrive today. To whom should I put them on first? I straighten myself and stretch. The 5 dolls watch in silence. Although they are lifeless dolls, it has become a habit to talk to them like this. Darn, I'll be late. I have to get ready. The clock was headed towards 8. I picked up my uniform, sprawled on the floor, and was heading out the door when I suddenly halted. I hurried back to my room and said goodbye to the dolls. Watch the house, everyone. I'll be back. They said nothing in return, but I said goodbye, as if they were real people. Made it. I was able to make it on time after catching the last bus. I was in ruins after surviving the crowded bus, but all that matters is that I wasn't late. I'm really gonna wake up early starting from tomorrow. Otherwise I'd die like this. I pledge this every day, but I've never actually done it. Welcome to life as a senior. Woo!
오호라. 오늘은 UFO가 동쪽에 떴냐? 머리카락 손질 좀 해. 하긴 매일 아침 그렇게 다양한 방향으로 머리 안테나를 세우는 것도 재주긴 재주다 얘.
Did the UFO rise from the west today? Fix your hair. Although it really is a talent having your hair stick up like that in different directions every morning. Huh? Oh. Hi, good morning. I sit on my desk pressing my stuck-up hair back to my head. She approaches the seat next to me. The way she sweeps her shiny, voluptuous curls, or the way she droops her eyes, reek of elegance. All you have to see is her fearless voice and confident moves to notice her self-assured personality.
너도 좋은 아침.
Good morning to you too.
그런데 밤마다 뭘 하길래 그렇게 매일 아슬아슬하게 지각을 면하는 거야? 너 혹시 나 몰래 남친이라도 만나냐?
What do you do every night that makes you barely come here on time? Do you have a secret boyfriend or something? Well, I do have doll boyfriends. I'm a little uncomfy. Not gonna lie. Last night I was so absorbed with taking pictures of the dolls that I went to bed at dawn.
안녕.
Hey. I hear another voice behind me. I turn around to see a girl with short boyish hair right behind my back. Girls in the class stirred as they saw her standing, slanted with her hands in her pockets. Hi, Shinbi. Soy, Shinbi, and I are called the trio in this class. Soy and Shinbi were childhood friends since they were little, and I became friends with them after I entered this academy. I never thought I'd be friends with them at first because of their gorgeous and showy looks. Yeah, at first.
그래서 말인데, 넌 어떻게 생각해?
So, what do you think? Huh? Sorry, I missed it. Say that again?
뭐야, 사람이 얘기하고 있는데.
Hey!
또 그 멍 때리는 버릇 나온 거야?
I was talking here. Are you starting and staring at nothing again?
됐어. 아무튼 이거 말이야 이거. 네가 보기엔 어떤 디자인이 나은 것 같아?
Anyway, it's about this here. Which design looks better to you? Soy handed me a magazine. Top 5 cute dresses and trends for girls. Gorgeous model posing in a pretty dress looks familiar. The name of the model written in the bottom left of the page looks familiar too. Shinbi. Ever since Shinbi was street cast, she has often missed classes for modeling work. Soy tells me she has a lot of fans and is quite popular nowadays. But Shinbi herself doesn't seem to be into those things.
그나저나 신비야, 너 요새 잡지란 잡지에는 다 나오던데 힘들지 않아?
Anyway, Shinbi, you're everywhere on the magazines nowadays. Isn't it hard?
조금 그럭저럭 견딜만 해.
A bit. It's okay though.
너도 참 고생이다. 그러니까 나처럼 그때 거절하지 그랬어.
You have it tough. You should have said no like I did. Soy was beside Shinbi when she was cast, and Soy was offered too, but refused right at the spot. If you model, won't you be able to meet cute male models? I asked her why later on, and she replied like this.
아직 내공이 부족하구나 친구야. 모델은 아니야. 보기만 해서는 만족할 수 없다고.
You have a long way to go, my friend. Modeling isn't it. I can't be satisfied with just looking.
내가 원하는 건 한 단계 높은 차원. 그래, 모델의 몸을 마음껏 만질 수 있는 디자이너 같은 게 더 좋지.
I want something on a higher level. Yes, I'd rather be a designer who can touch the models as much as she wants. Touch. Touch, touch, touch. After that, I didn't listen very carefully.
누구셔? 오늘은 왜 잠잠한가 했다.
God, it's so bright. I was wondering why today was so quiet. She turned her head towards the flashlight. Countless phones were flashing through the windows in the hallway. It's a sight that has become common due to Shinbi's rising popularity. Everyone seems to have waited for this moment.
지난주에는 신비가 수업 들으러 자주 나오지 못했으니 더 극성인 거지. 나도 지난주에는 매점에서 만나서 겨우 인사만 했어.
They're more desperate because Shinbi missed class a lot last week. Even I just barely said hi at the cafeteria last week.
야, 근데 넌 수업은 안 들을 거면서 그날은 왜 온 거야?
Hey, why did you come to school that day if you weren't going to come to class?
우유 사러.
To buy milk? I love this little face here. This is great.
여기에서밖에 안 파는 게 있어.
There's one that's only sold here. Uh-huh. Yeah? About that. Right. Uh-huh.
아, 맞다. 매점 이야기가 나와서 말인데 나 아까 오전에 심장 떨어질 뻔한 일이 있었어.
Oh yeah, speaking of the cafeteria, I almost had a heart attack this morning. A heart attack? Why?
아, 그게 말이야. 신비가 아침부터 딸기 우유가 마시고 싶다고 해서 둘이 매점에 가고 있었거든?
Okay, listen. We were heading to the cafeteria because Shinbi said she wanted strawberry milk because she always wants strawberry milk because it's her favorite. And it's only sold here, apparently. I'm just now hearing.
넌 아침부터 그걸
Oh, we're getting a full flashback. I wouldn't have done my bit if I had known this. Okay. Do you really want to drink 2 of those in the morning? In front of you.
어?
What?
앞에
In front of you.
앞에 뭐가 있다는?
What's in front of...
아침부터 시끄럽군.
It's morning, and it's already noisy.
유진 선생님, 대체 그게 뭐예요?
Mr. Yunjin, what is that?
아까부터 깨악 시끄럽다. 조용히 말해도 다 들려.
You've been screaming and it's loud. I can still hear you without you yelling. What's the big fuss about?
피요! 온몸이 삐뚤어지잖아요. 그리고 손에 든 거 뭐예요? 설마 칼은
Look at this motherfucker.
아니겠죠?
He knows.
네!
Blood! You're covered in blood. And what's that on your hands? Is that... there in your hands. Is that a knife? Is it? Call 911.
응? 아, 이거 말인가? 소란 피울 거 없어. 이건 말이지.
What? Oh, this? It's nothing. This is... here.
저리 치우세요! 이건...
It's cake. Ew, get this away from me, huh? It's... ketchup.
그래, 케첩이다. 아침으로 햄버거를 먹으려고 했거든. 그런데 너무 커서 먹기 힘들어서 말이야.
Yes, ketchup. I wanted a burger for breakfast, but it was too big to eat. So I cut it with this surgical knife. Some got on my clothes as I cut the burger apart.
왜 그러고 서 있지? 너희도 먹고 싶어서 그런가?
Why are you guys standing like that?
나를 따라 양호실로 오도록 해.
Why are you guys standing like that? Oh, do you guys want some? I'll share.
나를 따라 양호실로 오도록 해. 그러고 보니 신비, 모처럼 이거 하니 너의 비골에 대해 진지하게 얘기도 나누고 싶어.
Follow me to the infirmary. Oh, and Shinbi, since you're coming anyways, I would love to have a serious chat about your fibula.
어머, 나 좀 봐. 나 다이어트 하고 있었지. 그럼 저희는 가볼게요. 선생님, 아듐.
Oh, that reminds me, I was on a diet. We'll be off then. Adieu, Mr. Delusion.
잠깐.
Wait.
난 진짜로 심장이 떨어질 뻔했다니까. 왜 아침부터 햄버거를 먹다 그 난리를 치냐 이거야. 그리고
I really almost had a heart attack. Why did he have to eat a burger in the morning? And so I punched the table.
대체 왜 음식 자르는데 수술용 나이프를 쓰냐고. 여기는 대체 비품 관리를 어떻게 하는 거야?
Why in the world did he use a surgical knife to cut food? How do they take care of the equipment here? I mean, why is there a surgical knife in the first place? We don't even learn anatomy.
정말 처음 설렜던 내가 미쳤었지.
Really, I was crazy to have a crush on him just for his looks. Weren't cute looks all that mattered?
무슨 소리야. 잘생긴 외모는 사랑을 시작하기 위한 조건일 뿐이야. 진정한 사랑을 위해서는 그 다음이 중요해.
What are you talking about? Good looks are just necessary for starting love. What comes next is more important for true love.
잘 들어. 외모는 기본적으로 통과해야 할 관문이라고. 두 번째 관문은 정상인일 것. 양호 선생의 경우엔 두 번째에서 탈락이야.
Listen carefully. Appearance is simply the first gate guys have to pass. The second gate is being normal. Mr. Eugen failed to pass the second gate, and therefore cannot be the dragon of true love. I nod. I agree that he's not normal.
그리고 세 번째 관문은 있지 않아?
Do you want to know what the third gate is? Tell me.
바로 매너야, 매너. 하지만 네 번째 관문을 통과하지 못하면 이 모든 게 소용없는 법. 네 번째 관문은
It's manners. Manners. Oh, but if they don't pass the fourth gate, all of those are useless. The fourth one is... So his eyes glimmered.
바로 능력이지. 하지만 이건 역시 다섯째 관문을 통과하지 못하면 잘 구운 스테이크에 간장을 뿌려대는 것과 마찬가지야.
Oh my gosh. There's more than 4 gates, you guys. Capability. But again, if they can't pass the 5th gate, it's just like spraying soy sauce onto a beautifully cooked steak. The 5th gate is... Are you listening? I just hope that someone manages to pass all those gates before she becomes a wrinkly grandmother.
그러고 보니
Now that I think about it.
양호 선생이 너 찾고 있던 것 같은데.
The school nurse was looking for you. What?
아, 맞다. 그러고 보니 너 오면 양호실에 들르라고 했었다.
Oh, right. He said you should stop by the infirmary. Help. What? Thanks for telling me so quickly.
그럴 수도 있지 뭐. 보건위원 잘 다녀오시게. 거두줄을 비네.
No biggie, Miss Health Commissioner. Have a safe trip. I wish you luck. Avoid the hamburger. Bye. Yeah, okay. Thank you. I stood up weakly. As I walked, drowned in my thoughts, I quickly arrived in front of the infirmary. I should listen to Soy and stop staring at nothing. I tapped both my cheeks with my hands. You looked for...
베아트리체. 이 아름다운 4번 척추의 자태를 보라지. 베아트리체. 어째서 넌 이렇게도 매혹적인 걸까?
I'm not sure what this is about. Oh, Beatrice. Look at that beautiful fourth lumbar vertebrae. Oh, Beatrice. How can you be this enchanting? There cannot be another woman more beautiful than you. Uh-huh. The handsome guy was embracing a skeleton model and ardently confessing his love in the morning, which is the problem here, is that confessions of love happen in the afternoon. He's so good looking. What a shame. He's an effing creep. There are more than a few people who are blessed with good looks, but miserably fail at using them. Would others think like this of me playing with dolls? Let's make sure no one knows. My belief that some hobbies should remain a secret was not wrong. It wasn't. This is a very good belief to have. Mr. Eugen, I heard you ask for me. He looked at me with bitter eyes for interrupting their private quality time together. He looks dandy as always. Just the looks. Simply the outside. This tedious crust he wants to shed.
아, 학생이군. 부른 지 한참 된 것 같은데 이제야 온 건가?
Oh, a student. I asked for you some time ago, and now here you are. He had me run errands that often, but still doesn't know my name. He doesn't know the name of most kids. Oh, but he did seem to remember So and Shinbi's names. Probably because they're pretty? I don't think that's quite it. I think it's got something to do with the bones. Of course, his idea of beauty is a bit different from those of others. Yeah. Oh, sorry, I forgot.
뭐 좋아. 저기 있는 녀석을 준비실로 옮기도록.
Well, alright. Move that guy to the prep room. He pointed at the upper body anatomy model he frequently used during class. His name was, I think, Christopher. Whenever I run errands, he often told me all kinds of stories. One of them was about Christopher. Christopher is apparently Beatrice's half-brother. You get it? Because it's just the top half of the anatomy model. I love that. Mr. Yuji is honestly annoyed with him, but he takes care of him because Beatrice adores him. Such a tear-jerking story. I don't think I can carry this one alone. Although the model was just the upper body, it was too heavy for a girl to carry alone. I picked the model up in quite an unattractive pose. He didn't give me a single glance despite me struggling to pick it up. Well, Mr. Eugen, I'll be heading out now.
아, 베아트리치. 넌 어찌 이렇게 아름다운 견갑골을 가지고 있는 거지?
Oh, Beatrice, how can you have such beautiful shoulder blades? How can you seduce me like this? I already adore every single part of you. I should close the door when I head out. Some kids who were passing by heard his voice through the open door and started whispering. Some argued that it didn't matter because he looks cute. If I'm not to ruin my life with just one choice, I would quit thinking that. Someone else said that he's too creepy and asked if he's not crazy. Huh. I agree. Heavy. Christopher, I mean, this model, was indeed too heavy for a girl to carry. The only reason why I can manage to carry it is because my trained arm muscles are used to carry 2 kilograms of dolls every day. So many boys pass by, but not one even looks. No one notices me because I'm too ordinary anyways. Things would be different for Soy and Shinbi. Soy would have shoved the boys around like a queen, and for Shinbi, girls would have volunteered to help. I know this is for 2013 audience, but yeah. Go get it. Yeah. Ha ha ha. I smirked at imagining all that. I don't really feel bitter, though. I agree, too, that their looks attract people. Oh no, recess will be over soon. I should hurry up. I'm here. Guys, I'm back. I'm tired. I throw myself onto the sofa without even taking my uniform off. As I bury myself in the comfy sofa, I felt as if all my sore muscles were screaming. God, my shoulders. Tomorrow I'm definitely not going, even if Mr. Eugen asks for me. All I do is suffer. I turned around on the sofa. As usual, I blankly stared at the ceiling. There's so much to do, but I don't even want to move a finger. I have to take out the trash and wash my uniform, but I don't want to move at all. I overworked myself today. I ran in the morning so I wouldn't be late. I carried around a heavy model, and I even survived the hellish cafeteria during lunch. I just want to rest and sleep like this. But the list of chores kept swimming in my head, so I couldn't just stay still. I can't just lie down like this. Let's finish cleaning quickly and then lie down. I gathered my sluggish strength and stood up. This house Grandpa left me was too big to live in by myself. An educator and a book lover, Grandpa had many books. He moved to larger and larger houses to keep all of those books, and eventually settled in this mansion. When Grandma was alive, they often fought over those books. Even I never saw all the books in the house, and there were rooms I couldn't enter because of them. Thanks to them, cleaning was always difficult. But I have no intention of throwing them away. Even if Grandpa passed away, since his memories are in those books, they are precious to me as well. Shall we start with the living room? I took my uniform and got the vacuum cleaner. I took off my uniform and got the vacuum cleaner. Huh? Was someone expected? Who is it?
택배입니다.
Delivery! Delivery? Oh, I was expecting something. Thank you. As soon as I got the package, I headed to my room. I've been waiting for this for a long time. In the box was a splendid handmade suit and a pair of black boots. They were no bigger than my hands, but were as intricate as those of humans. Well, I can always clean later. Doll fans have different priorities from normal people. Seems like a general statement. If you buy something new, you naturally have to set everything else aside and try it on the doll and take pictures. I lay down the dolls from the shelf and try this and that on them. Pretty as expected, the wait was worth it. The room quickly turned into a mess while I dressed the dolls into pretty clothes. I long forgot I had been cleaning just a while ago. I drown in my own thoughts as I look around the room full of doll props. Other people will find it strange that I play with dolls, even though I'm not a child. If they see a grown-up student still collecting dolls, they'll think she's juvenile. And if they find out the dolls are quite expensive, they'll think it's more bizarre. But I don't think I'm weird. So I have no desire to be understood by others. Sometimes it gets a bit uncomfortable and lonely, but I don't have much problem with making excuses like now. But if there's one thing that bothers me, it's not being able to tell my friends. Soy and Shinbi would never guess this side of me. I thought of my friends who are always by my side. I put the dolls on the shelf and plopped down on the bed. Hey guys, if I tell Soy and Shinbi the truth, what do you think they would say? The dolls silently look at me. Well, I've gotten this far anyways. All I have to do is keep up like this. I stretch as far as I can on purpose to shake off all the worries. After stretching my muscles, I suddenly feel the fatigue flood over me. I have to finish cleaning. It's too loud. I unconsciously grope for the alarm clock by the bed. It's 5 a.m. It was long before the alarm rang. I must have fell asleep. Pardon me, gotta shift. I slowly get up from the bed. I must have really overworked my body yesterday. My shoulder still hurts. I felt stiffer than usual for waking up early. It's so noisy in the morning. Should I sleep more? There's somebody in this house. Girl, there's somebody in this house. Anyways, is there construction going on around the house? Why is she asking like that like she's not the only person who lives here? She lives alone. Why is it so noisy today? What? Wait, this sound is coming from the kitchen? The call is coming from inside the house!
아, 배고파. 굶어 죽기 일보 직전이라고. 이러다가 세상을 구하기도 전에 나부터 죽겠다. 너도 배고프지? 그렇지?
I'm so hungry. I'm about to starve and die. I'm gonna die before I can save the world. You're hungry too, aren't you?
아, 네. 저도
Yes, a little.
야, 우리 그냥 시켜 먹으면 안 되냐? 돈은 내가 그 녀석 지갑에서 가져올게. 아까 TV 보니까 엄청 맛있어 보이는 게 나오던데. 그게 뭐라더라? 짜장.
Ah, hey, can't we get something delivered? I'll get the cash from that fellow's wallet. I saw something that looked really good on TV before it. I think it was called jajang.
조용히 좀 하십시오. 예의 없다는 것을 그렇게 티내고 싶습니까? 지갑을 가져오겠다니 이건 완전히 도둑이 따로 없군요.
Could you please be quiet? Do you want to show off how rude you are? Taking the wallet? You are no different from a thief.
뭐 임마? 도둑이라니? 지금 정의의 용사 보고 도둑이라고 했냐?
What, punk? A thief? Did you just call the Justice Warrior a thief?
아, 저기요. 너무 크게 떠들면 마스터가
Look, if you talk too loud, Master will...
이 녀석이 지금 날 도둑으로 몰잖아.
He's calling me a thief!
잘 들어. 난 어디까지나 돈을 가져온다고 했지 훔쳐온다고는 안 했어.
Hey, you listen. I only said I'll take the money, not steal it.
그게 그것이 뭐가 다릅니까?
They're the same. What is the difference?
다르지. 애초에 그 녀석은 말이야 우리한테 뭘 사주는 걸 좋아했다고. 그러니까
They are different. From the start, she says she likes to buy us things.
두 사람 다 목소리가 너무 커요. 이러다가 마스터가 깨겠어요. 안 그래도 어제 저녁에 피곤해 보였는데.
You both are talking too loud. Master is going to wake up. She already looked tired last night.
그래. 너희들 다 귓가에서 소리 지르지 좀 마. 난 저혈압이라고.
Yes.
그리고 난 시켜 먹는 음식은 반대야.
Both of you stop screaming in my ears. I have low blood pressure, and I don't want delivery food. My skin is sensitive, and I have to watch what I eat. So, Tay, a home meal for me, please.
어째 자연스럽게 내가 요리를 한 게 되어버린 것 같은데. 뭐 좋아. 그리고 유리, 그녀 앞에서 투정 부리는 모습은 자제하지 그래. 안 그래도 놀란 눈치인데.
Seems I've naturally become the cook. Well, okay. But first talk after you've peeled off that facial mask. She already looks surprised. A man in an apron, called Tay, raises the ladle and points at me.
저기 보고 있잖아.
She turned paler after seeing your face with that facial mask, Yuri.
어?
So, okay. Let's walk through the situation for a minute. They do this every night, presumably? And Yuri does face masks. That's Lance got it. Okay, good. All eyes turned on me at once. So, what is happening right now? The man in the apron and bandana, holding a ladle, looks like Tay. The frowning man sitting on the table with a finger on his forehead is a carbon copy of Lance. The young man scratching the back of his head with an apologetic face had the same hair color as Red. The one calmly sitting at the table with two hands gathered on his knees had Yunho's eyes. The tall one, smoothing out the facial mask on his face. Is it really Yuri? But wait, isn't that hairband mine?
아, 마스터. 죄송해요. 저희가 아침부터 조금 시끄러웠죠.
Master, I apologize. We're a bit noisy just now, aren't we? The kid who looked like Yunho and I made eye contact. What? Huh? What happened?
그래. 레드워 란스는 반성해. 아직 밥이 되려면 조금 더 걸릴 텐데. 일어났으니 일단 여기 앉아 있을래?
They're being very chill about me just now finding out about this. He's right. Red and Lance be sorry. It's going to take a while to cook the food. Won't you sit here since you've woken up?
내가 뭘 어쨌다고 그래. 먼저 시비를 걸어온 건 저 녀석이었다고. 아침에 저 녀석 깨우는 것도 못하게 하더만. 아주 사사건건 시비야 시비가.
What did I do? He's the one who started the fight. He won't even let me wake that fellow up, bugging me for every single tiny thing.
그건 당신이 침대에 그대로 뛰어들려고 했으니까. 됐습니다. 남에게 피해를 줘놓고선 착각이었군요.
That is because you were about to jump into
어쨌거나
the bed.
저희가 깨웠다면 미안합니다.
Never mind. You have no sense of your own wrongdoings. I apologize if we woke you up. The one who looks like Lance slightly bowed his head to me.
마침 잘 됐군. 안 그래도 물어볼 것이 있었는데. 이 집에 음이온이 나오는 헤어드라이기는 없는 거야?
Just in time. I was about to ask something. Is there an onion hair dryer in this house? You are, after all, a girl. You should have something similar. Well, your hair is kind of cute, all soft and fuzzy like a squirrel. I think I'm dreaming a lot lately. Am I getting weak? I pinch my cheek with my eyes still on the voice in front of me. It hurts. I pinch the other side, too. It hurts twice as much.
아침부터 자학하는 건 거기까지만 해. 정신 차리고 얼른 준비하지 않으면 늦을 거야.
Is that a girdle? Nice. That's enough self-mutilation for the morning. You'll be late if you don't get yourself together and start getting ready.
야, 내 말 듣고 있어? 이리 와. 내 옆자리 비었어.
What is wrong
같이
with your
먹자.
shirt?
너 맨날 대충 먹거나 아예 안 먹고 그냥 나갔지?
Yo, you listening to me? Come here. There's an empty seat next to me. Let's eat together. You always eat crappy food or nothing at all. That won't do. Breakfast is the most important meal of the day. You can't fight for justice without it. I have at multiple junctures fought for justice without breakfast, and I can confirm it's possible.
그래요, 마스터. 집에 와도 빵으로 때우기 일쑤고. 마스터는 가뜩이나 허약한데
Yes,
먹는 것도
master.
부실해서 전 정말 항상 걱정이었어요.
You always end up eating toast. You are already so weak. I have always worried about your eating habits.
자, 어린 양들의 걱정이 이만저만이 아니니 얼른 와서 앉아. 아니면 내 무릎 위에 앉을래?
I'm making a decision about Yuri's voice and I'm taking it the other direction. No. The baby cubs are worried sick, so sit down. Or do you want to sit on my lap? The tall man drags me towards the table. Huh?
그 멍한 표정은 뭡니까? 그런데 식탁에 앉을 거라면 적어도 옷 정도는 갈아입는 것이 어떨까?
Suspenders. Cool. What is that blank look? But how about getting changed first if you're going to sit at the table? The silver-haired Boyd, who looks exactly like Lance, spoke to me.
식탁 예절이란 게 있지 않습니까? 아무리 집이라도 어느 정도 예의는 갖춰 주시면 좋겠는데요. 괴상한 옷을 입고 있는 건 저기 있는 텅 빈 빨간 머리로 족합니다.
Are there not table manners? I wish you would care about your manners even if it is still home. It's enough with that red-headed over there with his hideous clothes. It's the first time we've ever spoken.
임마, 내 옷이 왜?
What'd you say? About my clothes? You want to talk about my clothes?
정말로 몰라서 묻습니까? 그렇다면 사과드리죠. 저희가 당신을 과대평가했군요.
Are you being serious? Then I apologize. I have overestimated you. I at least assumed that you possessed a thinking, albeit empty, head.
이건 내가 정의의 용사임을 나타내는 증거야. 그리고 내 머리는 잘 붙어 있는데 무슨 소리?
This proves that I am a warrior of justice, and I do have a head. What do you say?
잠깐만요, 레드. 아무리 흥분했어도 식탁을 엎지는 마세요.
No, wait, Red. Don't flip the table over just because you're mad.
다들 배가 고프니까 성질이 급해지는군. 자, 여러분 식사 나왔습니다.
Everyone's getting grouchy because they're hungry. Now, everyone, here's your meal.
오, 의외로 꽤 괜찮은 디스플레이잖아. 센스가 좋아. 마음에 들어.
The plating is actually really fantastic, Tay. You have a good eye. I like it.
고마워 유리. 너한테 센스를 칭찬받으니 우쭐해지는걸? 자, 많이 만들었으니까 어서들 먹어.
Thanks, Yuri. I feel good hearing that coming from you. Now, I've made plenty, so everyone eat up.
마스터, 여기 앉으세요.
Master, come sit here. Okay. All right. I will be sitting right here. Huh. Why are you smiling?
이렇게 나란히 앉아서 마스터와 아침을 먹게 되다니 꿈만 같아서요.
They're haunted. All of them. It's like a dream come true sitting here together and eating breakfast with you. The cute kid resembling Yunho handed me a spoon. And then he wrapped his small, soft hands around mine.
항상 날 쓰다듬어주던 이 손을 이렇게 쥘 수 있다니. 마스터, 이게 꿈은 아니겠죠?
Being able to hold these hands that have always caressed me. Master, this can't be a dream, can it? Thanks for putting that one out on the internet, kid. Thanks. In his clear and bright eyes were pure happiness. This kid, he's so lovely. I unconsciously hold up my hand and stroke his head. His soft hair twinning around my hand felt good. This really isn't a dream. Yeah, it really isn't a dream. This isn't a dream.
Oh?
I suddenly stood up. Yunho shrank back in fear and my chair fell down with a bang.
아, 어쩐지 침착하다 싶었는데 역시 이렇게 되는구나.
You're too calm. Of the people in this situation. They are too calm. I think everyone blanketly is just a little too calm about what's happening. I thought you were too calm. Here we go. You guys, what the hell? Who are you? Where did you come from? Why do you look like my dolls? Okay.
너 알고 있는 거 아니었어?
Huh? I thought you already knew.
좋아. 그럼 지금부터 내 소개를 하지. 잘 들어. 난 지구를 지키는 정의의 용사. 그 이름도 찬란한 레드. 레드야. 이 무리에서 대장을 맡고 있지.
Okay, I'll introduce myself. Listen, alright? I am the defender of the earth, fighting for justice. The sacred name is Red. I'm Red. That's me, by the way. And I'm the captain of this group. Red? Those clothes and the name Red. As in my doll? Red?
맞아.
The very same. So you're saying you're the doll?
그렇다니까.
Yes. That is exactly what I have said. No, shush.
왜 말도 안 돼? 맞다니까. 왜
Why
안
not?
믿어주는 거야?
I am telling the truth. Why do you not believe me? But a doll, moving, coming to life. What? How am I supposed to believe that?
저 녀석이 우리의 대장이란 말엔 동의할 수 없지만 우리가 당신의 인형인 것은 맞습니다.
I cannot.
진정하세요.
I cannot agree that that guy over there is our leader, but we are your dolls. So please calm down.
그래, 놀란 마음은 이해가 되지만 진정해. 옆에서 연호가 울기 일보 직전이라고.
I'm sorry, Tay, but like, you walk into a room and find 5 guys who look like your dolls when you've been living alone for years after your grandfather's death. I think calming down is not a thing that should be like expected, and like freaking out in general shouldn't be like, you know, a discouraged, why would you do such a thing? It's like, y'all, she could be suffering a mental break and y'all don't know. Yeah, I understand you're surprised, but get yourself together. Yunho over there is about to cry. The boy, still coward and stiff, was about to break into tears. He looked at me with his wet eyes and spoke to me.
저는 우리가 사람이 되면 마스터도 기뻐하실 거라 생각했는데 아니었어.
It's been 10 minutes. It's been 10 minutes. Could you give her like a hot 30 before she decides whether or not she's pleased or not? I thought Master would be happy if we came to life. I was wrong. What? No, could you give me like 20 more minutes?
마이 허니, 난 마이 허니의 모든 면을 사랑하지만 어린아이를 울리는 건 받아주기가 힘든걸. 그러니까 이제 그만 연호를.
Y'all all suck. Y'all all suck. My honey, now, I love everything about you, my dear, but making kids cry really isn't acceptable, so I think you should comfort Yunho now. What? Calm all the way down. Calm all the way down. Could we maybe, like, I need 30 minutes to get to the point whether I decide I'm happy about this or not, and 30 more minutes before you say shit like that.
연호도 그만 뚝 하고.
Stop crying now, Yunho.
지금 머릿속이 복잡한 건 알겠는데 일단 식사 먼저 하는 게 어때?
I know you're a bit
모처럼 만든
confused
아침이
right now,
식어가고 있잖아.
but why don't we eat breakfast? It's getting cold. I see steaming hot soup and glossy rice on the table. Ever since Grandpa died, I haven't seen such a well-prepared breakfast table. Living by myself afterwards, I just couldn't be bothered to eat breakfast. Ever since living by myself, I rarely ate rice and just bought bento boxes or bread from convenience stores. So I'm not used to eating breakfast with this many people. Yeah, people. And what's more, a lot of boys. Wait. I suddenly stood up again. Slowly I check how I look. Even if I ignored the messy hair disheveled from sleep, my clothes were disastrous. My pajamas were a ridiculously juvenile bear print dress I had bought on the street 5 years ago. There were even holes here and there. And inside the pajamas, braless. Aspiring to be a free soul, I always took off my underwear at home and enjoyed living by myself. I don't know who needs to hear this, but you don't have to be a free soul to, like, not wear your bra in a house that you live in by yourself. Don't. Just do it. Just do it. It's better for you in the long term. Just do it. Do I actually look like this in front of these fives? These fives? All 5s of them? No way. Oh.
오늘은 아침부터 정말 활기차다.
What a lively morning. After panicking forever, I quickly went back to my room to change into better clothes and came back to the living room.
그리고 나서 이렇게 사람의 모습이 돼 있었어.
And that's when I came to life. After I came back, Red explained to me what happened. So what were you... What? That you were on the shelf until yesterday, but woke up to find yourself a human being? Yes. How?
그러니까 지금 말했잖아. 갑자기 뭔가가 탁 튀어나왔거든. 그랬더니 이렇게 팍 하고.
I've explained this. something just popped up and whisked like this. I had no idea what he was saying.
말을 해도 꼭 무식이 철철 흘러 넘치는 성능이야.
You just had to talk like that. What a stupid explanation.
야, 내가 뭐? 그러는 너는 아냐? 우리가 사람이 된 이유 말이야.
Excuse me? What about what I just said? Then do you know about the reason we became humans?
그걸 대답할 수 있는 사람은 이 중에 없어. 나도.
I'm really glad you guys' clothes, like, went with you. That would have been a very awkward. Like, Grandpa is a nice dresser, but like, y'all wearing some things that I'm like, Grandpa don't have that in his closet. There's no one among us who can explain that. Even I don't really understand what happened to us.
다만 레드 말대로 무언가가 우리 몸에 닿았던 느낌은 기억하고 있어.
But as Red said, I remember something touching our bodies.
저도 기억해요. 그게 닿자마자 밝은 빛에 휩싸였고 그 후에 눈을 떠보니 이렇게 사람의 몸을 가지게 되었어요.
I remember too. As soon as it touched us, we were surrounded by light. And when I opened my eyes afterwards, I had a human body.
결국 아무도 우리가 사람이 된 이유는 대답하지 못한다는 거로군.
So no one can explain why we came to life. But one thing is for sure. Yuri walked towards me with his long legs. His long legs.
사람이든 아니든 우리의 주인은 너, 바로 너라는 거지.
Human or not. Human or not. Our owner is you. Only you. My one and only. My owner. Kid, you can't say things like that. Yuri raised my chin as he spoke. Up close, he's really so cute. What? What? I accidentally spoke my mind while blankly staring at him. Luckily, Yuri seemed to have missed it.
방금 뭐라고 하지 않았어?
Didn't you just say something just now? Yuri raised my chin and pulled my face towards his. Hi. He was not as small as when he was a doll. My heart started pounding to see such a beauty up close. And he's not just a beauty. I know what I have to do, but I don't know if I have the strength to do it. Okay, here we go. And he's not just a beauty. He's a man. A whole man. Oh, it was nothing. I didn't say nothing. I shake off his hand at this thought. Now that I think about it, Yuri is first and foremost a man. Yeah, I'm good. Yeah, okay. I've never been this close to a guy other than my grandfather and dad. After being aware of this, my heart started to beat faster. My face is probably red too. Ah, so embarrassing. Ah.
깜짝이야. My honey, 부끄럽다는 거야?
You can't be doing that. Oh, look, it's the artwork. Yo, this is the dandelion artwork. This one technically came out before it, so this is neat. Oh my god. My honey, are you being shy? My darling? I was just surprised. That's all. I get over it. Yuri seemed to put on a serious face, but soon shrugged it off and came back to his usual self. But there's something odd.
뭐죠?
What is it? If you guys are the dolls, then what are those? All the dolls in my room are where they were before. I point towards my room. I checked with my own while getting dressed. On the shelf were 5 dolls as usual.
그건 우리도 잘은 모르겠지만 본체는 그대로인 것 같아. 다시 말해 지금 여기 이렇게 서 있는 우리는 저 인형의 영혼 같은 존재라고 할 수 있지.
But you're corporeal. Yeah, I'm not sure, but I think our bodies remain the same. You can say that we are the souls of these dolls. The soul?
그래. 저기에 있는 인형은 껍데기일 뿐이야.
Yes.
진짜 우리는 여기 이렇게 서 있고.
Those dolls over there are no more than empty shells. The real us are standing right here.
인형 속에 있던 의식이 사람의 모습으로 구체화된 것 같습니다.
I believe the consciousness in the dolls materialized into human figures. The consciousness? What? I can't understand what he means. Knowing what I'm thinking, Lance frowned a bit and started to explain more.
간단히 말하자면 인형 속의 영혼이 인간의 몸으로 변했다는 겁니다. 물론 그 이유는 알 수 없고요.
To put it simply, the souls inside the dolls turned into human bodies. Of course, I do not know why. What kind of fantasy is that? So now that they are human, the dolls are useless.
아니,
No.
비록 껍데기이긴 하지만 본체는 본체인 것 같아. 그래서 무슨 일이 있어도 조심해야 할 것이 있어.
No, although they are just shells, they are the bodies. So whatever happens, you must be careful of something. Be careful of what?
본체에 상처가 나면 우리 몸에도 상처가 나요.
Oh, so they are haunted. It's like voodoo crap. Okay, cool. That's like my least favorite version of magic to fuck with. Cool. If the body is damaged, then our human bodies are injured as well. Huh?
말 그대로지. 어떤 원리인지는 모르겠지만 본체에 위협을 가하면 우리한테도 영향이 오는 모양이야.
It's just as I said. I don't know how it exactly works, but if the doll bodies are in danger, we are affected too.
레드를 바늘로 찔러서 테스트해봤으니 이건 확실한 사실이야.
We've already tested by pricking Red with a needle, so this is an absolute fact. Why did you do this?
야, 그건 테스트가 아니라 고문이었다고. 하기 싫다는 나를 양팔로 잡아서 너희들이 잔인하게.
That was not a test. It was torture. You guys seized my arms and cruelly forced me to... Ugh. He scowled and buried his face in his hands as if recalling something horrendous. So, to recap, my dolls have come alive and are standing right in front of me. That's the recap. This is real and not a dream. Lance was staring at me and our eyes met. Why?
아니요, 멍청한 표정을 짓고 있어서요. 당신한테 어울리기는 합니다.
Nothing. You were looking very stupid. Although it did suit you. Fuck off. What? Stupid? You're rude. You're the first doll I got, if I remember correctly. You're mean. I don't like it. Are you really my doll? What happened to the Prince Charming I'd imagined? Who is this fucking jerk in front of my eyes? I've come to realize that these 5 boys are very different from what I had pictured. Especially Lance. Talking with my dolls was something I've always dreamt of. I was indeed a bit disappointed at their cold attitudes.
우리가 왜 갑자기 이런 몸을 가지게 됐는지,
No, then you gotta
이것이
do
일시적인
this. No, you
형상인지
must look much cuter this
어느
way.
하나 정확한 것을 알 수 없기 때문에 지금부터 섣부른 행동은 금물입니다.
We do not know anything for certain right now. Why we came to these bodies, whether or not it is temporary. So we must not be haste from now on. We must not be haste. For a while we should calmly observe our situations. We must not be haste. As he finished his words, Lance looked at me. I just sat there listening to what he was saying and stared blankly at those unrealistic moving lips.
갑자기 우리들이 나타나서 당황했겠지만 그래도 일단은 당신이 우리의 오너이니 다소 불편함이 있더라도 당분간 참아주셨으면 합니다.
I am sure you were quite shocked to see us like this, but at least for now you are our owner. So please bear with us.
상황이 정리되면 이 집을 나가는 방법을 모색해 보도록 하겠습니다.
If things do not work out, we will search for ways to move out of this house. And do what? And do what? I want to know. What you gonna do?
왜? 난 나가기 싫어. 저 녀석이랑 같이 살고 싶다고. 사람이 되면 하고 싶은 게 얼마나 많았는데. 야, 너도 그렇지?
You're gonna have to get real people clothes. I'm sorry, kid. This whole, like, half a shirt hanging on by, like, the threads of the other shirt, this isn't working. You, like, your other half of your shirt isn't even the same type of shirt. It would work if it's one half. Why? I don't want to leave. I want to live with her. I had so many things I wanted to do if I turned human. Hey, same for you, right? Let's live together. I'll make every single day fun.
오, 대범한 발언을 하는데 레드.
This is accidentally very thematic for the Barbie movie coming up.
역시 젊은 게 좋군.
You're quite bold, Red. There's a perv sneaking around underneath that innocent face of yours. How good it is to be young.
저도 마스터와 함께 있고 싶어요. 마스터는 우리들의 주인님인데 따로 산다는 건 말이 안 된다고 생각해요.
I want to be with Master too. Master's our owner, and I think it doesn't make sense for us to live apart. Even if you all disagree, I won't budge this time.
연호야, 진정해. 손에 힘도 풀고. 아무도 널 여기서 나가라고 하지 않았어.
Yunho, calm down. Relax your hands. No one told you to get out of here. Yunho slightly relaxed at Tae's words. They're cute. Like, Yunho and Tae, like, interactions, those are cute.
이 모습이 언제 사라질지 모르는데 다들 참 태평한 소리를 하는군요.
You were all quite
다들
peaceful.
머리가 비었습니까? 아, 그러고 보니 헤드안은 원래 비어 있었죠.
You are all quite peaceful when we do not know how long this will last. Are you all stupid? On second thought, your heads are already empty. You can't be saying these things, okay?
그건 너도 마찬가지잖아.
It is the same for you as well.
자자, 그만두래. 집에 머물지에 대해서는 집주인의 의사가 제일 중요하잖아.
Now, stop. Whether or not we stay here depends on the house owner. Tae approached me.
부담이 될 건 알고 있어. 하지만 여기에 머물게 해주면 안 될까? 우린 너밖에 모르니까 말이야.
Also, this is probably not a cool thing to say, but I feel like Tae probably would be very into Wade. And I don't know why I get that vibe. I know this will be a burden, but will you let us stay here? You are the only person we know. But... His soft and sincere voice melts my ears. Tae is... exactly as I had imagined.
사실 난 저 녀석들을 쫓아버리고 우리 둘이서만 살자고 하고 싶지만 일단은 나도 부탁을 해보지.
They actually want to kick all of them out and want to live here just with you, but I will ask anyways.
부탁이에요, 마스터. 저희를 버리지 말아주세요.
Please, Master, don't abandon us. Don't look at me with those puppy dog eyes. I soften after seeing Yunho's watery eyes. All right, but you guys really have to behave yourselves. There's nothing I can say if the neighbors find out.
걱정하지 마. 유후! 좋았어. 오늘부터 이곳이 우리 본부다, 본부.
Don't worry. Hooray! All right, this is our headquarters from today. Headquarters. Yes. They were loud as soon as I was done talking, immediately after I had finished saying that we should make sure the neighbors don't find out this single woman is living with 5 guys in her house. People she's not related to. Alrighty, I think that should be it for just now. How do I get to a menu? Escape isn't working. Is it enter would go to the next slide? It is going to the next slide. Hold on, let me hit quick load. Good. Then how do I should have paid attention. I should have paid very close attention. But you know what I didn't do? Oh, hey, it's right click. It's right click, ladies and gents. That's lovely.
올 줄 알았습니다.
Okay. So that was pretty much the first part of Nameless. The one thing you must recall. And yeah. It was a different premise. Honestly, with the name Nameless, I was expecting for the gimmick for her to be an amnesiac again, because it's very common. It's kind of the opener for these sorts of things. It's kind of the you start in a tavern type thing, to make a D&D reference. But yeah, it's okay. There were some things that felt a little creepy, outside of, you know, the explicitly creepy on top of that. I don't know if I'll keep playing. But I did enjoy Dandelion when I played. Just not sure if that's still a thing that I do. Alrighty. Y'all have a good day. Yeah.